Hi guys, it's Elle, and today I wanted to do a bunny makeup look. It's not going to be Halloweeny costumey bunny makeup. It's literally just going to be like kind of inspired by like that whole like bunny pretty trend that was happening on TikTok. This is going to be more Dogen makeup ish. I feel like I've done a look similar to this in some way, shape, or form. But without further ado, let's get into it. I want kind of a dewy base, so we're going to go in with a dewy primer. Gonna go ahead and apply my foundation. I think specifically for a bunny look, it would make sense to try and do anything that would lighten or soften your features. So I'm going to be trying to do more lighter brows instead of dark brows. I'm gonna go in with this middle eyeshadow shade right here. Then I'm gonna go for upward slash slightly straight brows. I kind of want to have like Manon's brows from Cat's Eye. And before I conceal my brows, I want to go over my brows with this brow tint because my eyebrows have grown back, so they're a little dark. Next, of course, I'm going to conceal like normal. However, I have not been liking the way I've been concealing here lately, so I'm going to try and go back to putting my concealer like right underneath my eye bag. And I don't really think I'm going to blend it upwards a whole lot. I think I'm going to primarily try and keep concealer off. Of course, when I do a dewy look, I'm always going to spray my face. I just feel like the less that I actually blend onto my eye bag, the easier it'll be for me to do eye makeup. Okay, now on to contouring. Just gonna do this to slim my face. I'm gonna attempt to do a bunny nose contour. The bottom is very like a V shape. I also want to accentuate my philtrum because the bunny line connecting from the nose to the lips. I'm then going to go ahead and go in with our blush. I'm just going to use my fingers. I'm going to apply this a little below my aegyo, and of course going to put it on my chin and on my nose and a little bit down my philtrum. That's a lot. I'm also going to do the top bit of my nose to accentuate that like button nose illusion. I am going to probably do my whole face in just translucent powder, as I kind of want to keep this light airy base. Actually, before I powder, I forgot to mention contacts would actually be great with this look. These are the contacts that I'm wearing. They have like a cute little like gold shimmer in them. They're circle lenses specifically. I think would go great with this look. Makes your eyes a little bigger but still kind of natural. While the powder is still on my face, I'm going to go ahead and start contouring. I'm going over exactly where I already put the cream contour. Okay, I ended up having to go over what I just did with banana powder because my base was looking a little weird. So we're going to just continue contouring. And of course, we're going to go over our philtrum. I want to make it more prominent right above my lip. Let's go ahead and wipe off this powder. I kind of messed up, and I think the banana powder kind of ate up all of that blush that I had on my cheeks, but it's okay. I'm going to be trying a new blush. It is another wee blurry pudding pot. I got sent some more. This is the shade Without, and we're going to be using this. This is kind of like, to me, like the spring shade. This is also like my first time like using this, so I'm like figuring out as I go like how much I want to apply. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all over my lips. I kind of want to intensify the contour in certain spaces. So instead of using like a deep bronzer that I usually use, I'm going to use like a taupe bronzer with the same brush that I used for my contour. And I'm just going to like go in certain spots that I want it to be a little deeper in. I'm then going to take the lightest shade in this palette and I'm going to use this as a matte highlighter. I'm going to put this all over my aegyo as well as my inner corners. I'm also gonna use it to highlight my nose. I am of course gonna put some whites in my waterline. I'm then gonna take this shade. All of these shades are much more paler than what they look like. Putting this all over my lid. I am then going to take this burgundy gel liner and I'm going to line my eyes. And I kind of want it in my waterline. Once I get to the white, that's when I'm going to bring it down slightly. Kind of like almost underline the white. And I want it to kind of go straight out towards the end. I don't want my aegyo to be harsh at all today for once. So I'm going to take the brown shade in this palette, as this is a very light palette. And of course, we're going to gently, ever so slightly accentuate my aegyo and bring it out a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into eyeliner. I'm going to attempt to do the thinnest eyeliner I possibly can. If you have brown liner, I think it may look a little better. I did it! Missed a little. But concealer gets the job done! I look so cute. I'm gonna then use some of these glitters. And I'm gonna put this everywhere. Look how bright that is. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. I'm also gonna put this on my nose. Wow, I did not expect it to be that bright. Though these highlighters are a wonderful shade, I have to use a thicker glitter when it comes to putting glitter on my aegyo, so we're gonna go back into our Lily by Red palette for that. I'm gonna use this shade. I use the bottom of my brush to pick up the glitter and carefully put it on my aegyo. Because of the way my eye bags just naturally are, I have to place the glitter very specifically. If I put it on the wrong wrinkle, it doesn't look like an aegyo. Simply for a little dimension in the eyes, I'm going to take this little deeper pink and I'm going to put that primarily on the outside of my eye. Next, I'm then going to take this Ink Airy Velvet in the shade 21. And I'm going to like pat it instead of rubbing it. Then I'm going to take this Ink Mood Glowy Tint in the shade 13. I am now going to add some moles, and I think I'm going to add a few freckles as well. I'm going to use the same taupe bronzer that I used to deepen the bits of my contour, and I'm kind of just going to do random dots everywhere. I am going to put on a wig, change my clothes, put on lashes, and come back. This is the final look. Ah! I feel like I look like Taeyong in that one photo shoot. I've been wanting to do it, and I really like this look on me. It's like completely different than I think I usually look, but I think I look beautiful. I'm low-key in love with this look. Oh my gosh. Cute. But I hope your look came out just as cute as mine if you were following along. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications so you never have to miss another video. Bye!